Ready? You know the fucking vibes. Today on Drive Slow, brought to you by My Mixtapez. We got Dusty Locane in the building.
Yeah, Krita. It's cracking, my boy. How you?
Man, chilling. So like I was telling you before the show, man, like I really appreciate you because you're going to be the first New York artist, and I'm originally from New York, so tapping into the roots, you know.
Important, most definitely.
With the bloods, you know, all my blood rushes from New York. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like it's in the veins.
Yeah, it is.
So, Floss, Canarsie, 95, Brooklyn, break it down.
All right, so here we go. You know your boy Dusty Locane, originally from Canarsie, Brooklyn. Feel me? 9-5, that's the block. That's the religion. Feel me? That's everything. That's the label. Feel me? So that's the family right there.
Copy.
But yeah, I was born and raised in Canarsie. I ain't never lived nowhere else in my life.
All life?
Yeah, all my life. And then, feel me, went from hooping, shooting a different type of three.
Oh, we gonna get into that. I got my notes. I want to surprise you a little bit, probably.
Yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Growing up in Brooklyn, I want to say everywhere has a rough spot. You know, Brooklyn being the rough spot. Canarsie flossing, that's where I guess it came from, right?
Flossing is just like, you know, get money. You feel me? Get money, young niggas. Feel me? Get into a bag. So that's what we represent. That's what we stand on. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, it get gritty out there, but you know, like that's just our calling card. Like we put that shit on. You understand?
Talk it. Fab be talking it too.
Yeah, true words. Definitely. I believe Fab is the one who gave niggas that name, True Words.
Got you.
Shout out to Fab on 60.
Definitely. Most memorable moment coming up as a shorty in Brooklyn.
I ain't gonna lie, like, most memorable will have to be, I don't know, like, just nice on the block. Like, that's the most memorable, like, cause that's the closest to home, you feel me? Like, now in my life, I got so much shit that I ain't even expect to be doing, and then so much people that I ain't expect to be seeing that, like, you know, it's like out of my comfort zone.
Right.
So I'm saying, so the most comfortable I've ever been is just like, you know, we on the block, we outside, we doing what we do best. Like, that's just memorable to me. Like, that shit, I stream about that shit on 60.
Summer nights.
Feel me? And I know, like, it be so crazy because niggas tell me, yo, bro, you know, you a wild nigga. Like, you be ready to always go back to the hood, or, you feel me, certain shit, but that's just how it go, you feel me? Like, I can't forget my roots. Same way you said, you was 15 years in the yams, and now coming back. So it's like, you know, it's something where you always gonna have that in you feel me? Like, regardless. So it's a lot of time I have to tell myself, yo, bro, stay off the blitz. Don't go back there, man. Like, it's cool out.
Definitely. Like, and I feel it because, like, I want to say, like, 4 years ago, I came with my ex, and she never been to New York. And she's like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. Like, the whole time we're sitting in the Bronx in the projects, like, in the front. She's like, this is what you do? I'm like, this is the vibe. Like,
this is comfortable.
This is the vibe, you know? I feel a little strange going on the train out of town, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Gang culture in New York. Is that something, like, do you believe it follows you no matter what? Or is it like, because, you know, 15 years ago, I was growing up, and Latin Kings was Bloods and all that. It was going at each other.
Well, what I really want to say is, me personally, I don't have any gang involvement. Feel me? I'm not a part of that. I don't promote that. For me, I'm trying to teach the younger niggas coming up, like, for me, get to this bag, get that money. I don't know. For me, I don't know anything about gangs really, but if I could just, you know, give you a guess about what I feel, you know, that shit is all about. It's just like, when you really think about it, but you gotta understand, like, the situations we oftentimes coming from, or just people from the hood, is you grew up in it. Like, it's not really okay. Like, you picked it up here along the way. Nah, you're seeing this consistently. You feel me? Day in and day out, through the years passing. So it becomes, again, it's innate. You feel me? Like, it's not something you could just pick up like that. You feel me? And you see that. You feel me? Because a lot of the times the niggas will be fronting on, oh yeah, this, that. Okay, you gonna get exposed eventually. For me, what's in the dark must come to the light. So
facts.
I feel like when you really come from that, you know it's a difference. Like, you ain't gonna sit here and be on no, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, yeah, you feel me? Like, feel me? Because you know, like, what it come with. You feel me? You understand the repercussions to it. You understand also that at the same token it could give, it could also take.
Right.
You understand me? So.
And I ask you that not to glorify. I ask you for the actual opposites because, you know, I don't think there's a manual. You know, they just jump head deep into it and they don't read the and instructions.
But then look, there ain't no instructions written.
You right?
Now look, let me, cause I want to tell you in the most like genuine way. Yo,
I got you.
These niggas who claim to be big homies and all this other shit, that shit is a facade. Like you don't get me wrong. I show respect to the real OGs. You know, the ones who not only help you understand, like, yo, bro, don't be a crash dummy.
Right.
Because that's what niggas set you up to be.
Yes.
When you a young nigga who willing to go and, you feel me, run down and not even ask a question, that's what they want. You feel me? Like, when you start having your own thought process, that's when they start to try to, you feel me? Oh, nah, son ain't really like that. No, nigga. I thought before I did because I know, nigga, you wasn't gonna do the shit that you wanted me to do.
I want people to understand there's consequences for every action you make and every action you like, every word you talk.
That's a fact. And little do people understand, especially when you so young. We impressionable.
Definitely.
Well, when you that young, you're so impressionable. Like when we young, you know, that age is just like, it's delicate. If you're not somebody who could stand on your own from a young age, you put me in a room with a group of niggas who just seem like they know what they doing.
You're gonna go with it.
Watch how you gravitate.
Yeah.
Without
definitely.
a question. You not even, and that's what I'm saying. Like, me, I'll sit around niggas and it'll be so funny because like a nigga sit there and they'll be like, yeah, this little nigga don't know what he on.
Yeah.
But then the more they really start to hear me speak verbally, like before I wasn't that verbal, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll show you through my actions. But like, as I got into this situation, and I'm being around a lot of niggas who just want to be around and make me feel like, yeah, they could, bro, and ain't no nigga put me under the wing. I had to let it be known from the jump, like, yo, bro, y'all niggas can't come around me and feel as if you 40, so that make you what? What that make you to me? Nothing, nigga.
Right.
It don't make you shit. That age concept is a misunderstanding with a lot of people. Like, yeah, with age do come wisdom, but more or less experience comes wisdom. People mistake it. They sit there and they say, oh, that's an old nigga. He must be wise. Wow.
And that got me into trouble a lot as a shorty. It's like, they wanted me to give respect. And I always thought you got to give respect to get respect no matter what the age is.
Thank
you. Know?
That don't got an age limit. It don't got it. None of that.
A wiser person will come at you with respect and if they want a good response from you.
Thank you.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Makes sense?
That's a fact. Yeah, now because when you look at it, bro, like anywhere you go, behind themselves, you feel me? In any setting, it's always gonna be somebody who's quick to disrespect before they think to show you respect. Oof. And that's when you show them, like, yeah, this is what I'm on.
Definitely.
It's either you gonna show them that or you gonna bend it forward.
Definitely.
Ain't gonna lie, but you feel me? That's how you gotta know now. Okay, well, if I understand there's always gonna be a nigga who gonna try to play me like shit sweet, I say that. I know what I gotta be on. I ain't gonna disrespect you outright.
Right.
But I'm waiting for that. I'm just waiting for you to show me that
radar.
side.
That radar's
yeah,
beeping.
like I'm waiting for
you.
you. So it's like that's how it gotta be. You have to train your mind that way. Like you can't think like shit's so sweet though. If there's one thing I learned, like the minute you think that, it's like, yeah, bro, you asking for it. And you learn that from your priors. Feel me? Long live Pop, long live King Von, long live Young Dolph, long live MO3. Like,
experiences.
Learn from your priors because at the end of the day, them is the niggas that we gotta now be like, damn, where they fucked up at.
Right. You gotta
these niggas
attention.
be weird. Niggas be weird. Niggas will sit there and RIP all day. You in the same business. You're not even thinking about what the fuck was the mistake that was made.
It's more than RIP. You gotta do your homework. You gotta do your homework. You really do.
Now, and then you don't want another young nigga to come around and then just get whacked off. Like, you feel me? Like, we have a dying breed, so last of a dying breed. So by the time we extinct, ain't nobody gonna care about us no more.
No, you're just gonna be another one done. That's
another
it.
One.
That's it. Who'd you grow up listening to?
I'm gonna be honest.
Like strictly, I want somebody that choose like this. I can say that one. If not, none. But
I fuck with you for that because people, like, especially with the labels, they want you to just say, yo, you from Brooklyn, you gotta say Jay-Z, you gotta say Biggie.
I told you, this is like brother to brother talk, man. There's no labels here.
I was listening to Caribbean music, a lot of like Marshall Montana, and I'm Trini, you feel me? So it's a little different on my end. Soca, yeah, a lot of calypso, also reggae, because my Trini side is well connected to the Jamaican side of shit. So, feel me, we bumping Vibes Cartel, Popcorn, feel me, Bougie, everybody. Like, I was a young nigga who I ain't get put in no box. Like, but by the time I hit like probably 13, 14, I was listening to Chicago drill. I ain't gonna lie. Feel me? All prior to that, it was just
island music.
Yeah,
got you.
Feel me? So.
And so you jump straight off the porch right into like Chicago drill.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit to me, you know why though? Cause you could understand where they're coming from. Yeah, like it was just so close to home.
Right.
That listening to it made me feel like, nigga, that's some shit my mother tell me. Like, don't go to the corner store. You feel me? At certain hours, because you know what's going on over there. Like, so like,
and
they
it's
talk
funny.
about all of that.
It's funny how Chicago and New York are so, because you got to remember when Common was rapping back then, it sounded like Tribe Called Quest and all that. So Chicago and New York were always parallel.
It was lined up. And I think it's because the two cities are so similar, bro. You got not only the different sides, but then there's also that like feel of, we talk fast, we do everything fast, we more aggressive.
Right.
Like that's how the people always say, like, you come to New York, man, these people is aggressive. Like,
can I break it down? Because listen, this is how I break it down to people in the South. They're like, oh, y'all rude, and y'all. I said, listen, it's not rude. I'm gonna tell you right now. When a New York person will probably help you and give you more respect and love than anybody else, but you can't get in the fucking way. Yeah. Like we on a mission to get. Yeah,
we people on a mission. So
we on a mission.
But you gotta understand this. It's a difference between, because I ain't gonna lie, like this is what I hear in the South. I done went out there myself, and I love the South, but like the thing that I don't like is that what's that shit called? That Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Like it's like we different. Like me, I'm gonna tell you if I don't like you, like off rip. If I don't like the way you looking at me, talking to me, I'm gonna tell you.
Off the top.
There is no
off the top.
Oh yeah.
And then
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga
straight up, I ain't fucking with him.
Nah, I ain't doing that. So
him.
that's the only thing I don't like. But I love the South in terms of just like, I feel like they nice too, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just New York. We gonna give it to you the most. You feel me? Like authentic. Like I'm not trying to make you feel comfortable. I'm trying to let you know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I get. You feel me from it? Like the South, they'll try to make you feel comfortable, and then that's how you know a nigga. Keep going. Like, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas. Feel me? But
definitely gotta watch your.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So that's how I be really looking at it majority of the time. Like New York is just more upfront.
I love the South. Like my motto to people is born in the Bronx, made in the Dade.
Hello.
Because I'm from Dade County.
Like that.
Like I'm always gonna say I'm from Dade County. I'm repping right now for Homestead, although I was born in the Bronx and it runs through my roots. Like I'm from Dade County.
You adapted to that.
You know?
Feel me?
And it's hard for me though because, you know, when I go back south, they say like I talk like I'm from New York, and then when I come up here, they say you talk like you're from South. Yeah. I don't fit in nowhere, bro. So that's why. That's why.
You in your own, you in your own lane.
We gonna create our own shit. You feel me?
Feel me? Come on. Bro.
Going into elementary or Pop, how was that?
That shit to me, well, long live Pop, but that shit to me was like any regular, you know, going to elementary school. Because I feel like people ask me that and think that it's gonna be like.
Nah, I want to talk about like y'all were good kids. Mischievous.
Pop was always bad. Like Pop, Mike D.
But
Ace.
bad or mischievous?
Nah, mischievous. Not bad like outright. You feel me? As we got older, of course. But like, I mean like, come and tell you like, yo, bro, come on, let's go do this. Like, let's go do some, yo, let's go smoke Black and Miles. Like, little dumb shit like, in the alleyway. Feel me? Like, that was the type of shit that, as elementary kids, like, he would bring the niggas and be like, what? Like, damn, this nigga, you think about smoking blacks.
He was like, the introduction of active. Like,
yeah, like, he used to just be the most, like, he was the most vocal as a young kid. Like, you feel me? That's one thing I could always admit to. Like, the man never, in any part of his life, I feel like, because I know him since elementary, so it ain't nothing before that, really.
Right.
Feel me? So, like, the nigga just always been like that, bro. You feel me? Like, I was always the more smooth, everybody fucked with me, and I used to just be in my own lane. Like, I wasn't with niggas every day. That was me. Like, I was the one who, yo, bro, I'm gonna do my thing and then link up with y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, everybody else was like attached to each other.
Yeah.
So me personally, as I got older, I followed that same, you know,
a lone wolf.
Yeah, like I followed those same, you know, like attributes that made me who I was. Nigga, don't cling to nobody because that's how you become a follower. But if you're gonna cling to niggas, allow yourself to be the leader to where they're gonna have to follow you.
Right.
And eventually you will turn them into a leader. But it's different how I feel. It's different aspects to it that at that age, I was just like, you know, I don't want to even be involved in too much fuckery. Like, I want to try to make sure that I could do this basketball shit.
We getting into that now.
Yeah, we needed to.
We get it.
And I ain't gonna lie, look, hear the facts too. Pop was nasty. You're gonna still be like, don't get it mistaken. Pop, Mike D, there was a nigga named Dallas Watson. Shout out Dallas. Like, that my son, that's one of the niggas from high school who we all used to look at and be like, high school, elementary, that we all used to look at, and by the time he got to high school, he was nasty. Like, we was all like, damn, like, Dallas really was the best on the team. He went to, St. Ray's, the same shit that Jelly Fam and all them niggas went to. So, like, that was him. Like, Dallas was the ball player, the real ball player. Pop was, like, the in-between ball player and football player. I was the in-between ball player and football.
Oh, so you play football, too? I didn't find out.
I played football, junior, peewee, Pee Wee when I was.
So y'all were all heavy into sports.
Hell yeah, like that was to us, bro. We was not niggas wasn't no smart ass kids. You get me?
Right,
so it's like you got two options.
Right.
You either gonna hoop
sports
until you make it, or you going, the
other route.
Yeah. So like that shit was. It was a no brainer, bro.
But you went pretty far. You went junior college.
I did a semester. And then
30 minutes from Toronto, right?
Yeah. I was 6 hours away from New York, 30 minutes away from Toronto. And at one point, I wasn't even living on campus. I was in bitches' cribs. Because it's like, you got to understand, it was a culture shock for me.
Right.
You understand? Like, I'm coming from inner city, public school. My school was right across the street from me. Then my high school was in the middle of the trenches, like East Flatbush in the hood. So, like, everything I knew was school is in the hood. Like, that's how school worked. Like, schools are supposed to be in the hood. When I got out there,
once again, like, no instruction manual.
None. Hey, yo, bro, you know what's crazy? So my mother and my father, like, they two people that, like, what I could say is I'm hard-headed. So growing up, they used to always say, get your education. You feel me? As a Caribbean parent, you know how that shit go,
yes,
bro.
Yes, sir.
There is no real, like, do anything else but get an education, either get a degree, become a doctor. Yeah. You feel me? Like, those is
follow my footsteps. I tell my kids since born, college or the military. That's their only two options.
And that's how I feel about my kids. I know now I got to tell them, like, yo, college, but then a part of me says that's not reality based though. Like, that's not realistic to me.
And I'm living it because they see me and I tell them, listen, it's just a doorstep. Like, use this as a key. I'm not saying you have to go to the military for your license.
I ain't gonna lie.
Your college first, but do one of those and do whatever the fuck you want in between. Mm-hmm. And if anything pops off, it pops off. But if it doesn't, you got something to sit on.
Plan. That's not now you're saying a different way. Plans is what you need. You need plan A, plan B, plan C. Now a lot of niggas bank on plan A. And what your mother said, put all your eggs in one basket.
You're gonna crash.
Yeah, you bound to crash. So
if you got one plan, you're gonna crash.
I learned that now, but I didn't learn it really. I'm lying. I heard that all day, all year round. My mother, like, that's how she just talked. Like, you see, you think basketball gonna get you there? Look at your grades. You're not gonna get into like I couldn't get into. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, like, and that's the talks that I used to hate. But now looking back on it, like, nigga, you should have sat there and really listened. Like, why the fuck you ain't? You feel me? You was just too stubborn to really want to appreciate the fact that she gonna tell you something that not everybody gonna want to tell you because they waiting for you to crash out.
But I think there's big respect to your moms right now, though, that you could actually be here today and tell her that you didn't listen to her, but you appreciated it today. Because a lot of motherfuckers that get old and still are on that same mentality.
Mindset, yeah.
Fuck that, fuck you know what I'm saying? So it's still, I think you did good for her.
I tried, bro. I'm gonna be honest. The way I look at it is, if I'm looking at it is if I wanted to be how she wanted me to be, I would have lived a whole different life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I had to live mine. So that was the main thing for me. Like, in a way, I did a lot of shit that I felt like, damn, I disappointed them. You feel me? Like, I got a mother who's, babysitting / cleaning houses. Right. I got a father who worked law enforcement. Mm-hmm. So he was, for 15 years, he was a regular, like 10, like a beat cop. Then probably about I want to say around like 10 years, he was a detective.
Wow.
So like, you got to imagine me being put in a predicament where now I'm in the streets and I'm doing shit. So now it's getting back to him. And everybody knows me. Feel me? So it's like, damn, like he retired. So he couldn't like having me in the shit that I was doing, he had to retire. You feel me? And that's another thing that I'd be like, damn, like I put them through so much. Like, you feel me? And I never really sat back and thought about it. Feel me? So
like, today's the time to pay them back.
Yeah, today's the time every day from here on out. Right. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like just in the present, like forget today, but just present tense as much as I can. Cause you feel me? Yesterday's gone, can't get it back. Tomorrow's too far. You feel me? Like I gotta know right now, like, yo, bro, what is it that I could tell them and I could do for them, or just, you feel me, show them appreciation.
Respect.
You feel me? And that shit, that's my main focus, bro.
Respect. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of like the realest shit you probably can say because that's where you came from. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to leave the most biggest impact. I don't know if you have children yet.
I do. I got 3.
So your parents and your children are going to be the biggest impact when you're gone. Nobody else is going to give a fuck about you.
That's a fact.
You know, not too many people outside that. So if you can complete that with them, I think for the rest of their life, you're going to be good. You feel me?
That's love. I appreciate that.
So you still ball? Don't lie. So don't cap. Don't cap.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm still nasty. Like once you really, how I'm gonna put it is like, once you got it, you got it. Like it's something that you don't lose because it was never really practice. It was more just like basketball for me was something that just came second nature. Like football, not as much.
Right.
I would get on the field, and I was so little back then. Like, I didn't have no size on me. So, minute I got hit,
He was mad.
it's tight. Like, damn, this nigga just
What?
crushed me. Like, I didn't even want to. Like, it was like a feeling like I didn't want to be here no more.
Right,
Like,
right.
So when I got on the court, and it's like, all right, I could still do a little damage, but it ain't as much as a nigga running directly.
Coming right at you. That happened to me in baseball when I was a short. I got hit by the ball. I was like, fuck this.
Me too. I ain't
Fuck
gonna lie. I
this,
wasn't even a
bro.
baseball
That
player.
shit hurt.
Nigga just threw the ball. Yo, I look,
Yeah,
bow,
fuck
right in
this.
my fucking face. You
Fuck
feel me? So, but
So, look, my question. So you say you still play. You a
That
bit
shit
nice.
easy.
You a bit nice.
nah, that shit easy.
All right. So celebrity players right
Ain't
now. who
nobody.
you calling
Ain't
out?
nobody.
Ain't
Calling
nobody.
Out, ain't nobody to call out. These niggas is shit.
Seriously.
I'm be honest with you, Bo. I
They
really
say
don't see-
Gilly's unstoppable.
Wait, y'all niggas is joking.
Look,
I ain't
he's
gonna
shaking
lie.
his head off. I'm telling you, they say Gilly is like.
That's what they
top.
say. That don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I really don't know the man, so I'm not gonna speak on these videos where he's playing
Right.
white people and niggas who don't even hoop. No, Juju, bro. Like, you gotta bring it back to the basics. Come to the towns. Go somewhere where it's real hoopers. And if not real hoopers, gritty niggas. Cause fuck hooping. You gotta get around some niggas who gritty when they hoop. Like, we just playing jail ball. Like, that's the vibe I like. I don't like anything outside of that. Like, I don't like that sweet. That's how it be looking when I'm watching him walk up all comfortable. No, there's no space for you to breathe. There's no pressure applied, nothing. And you know what they say? Pressure bust pipes will form diamonds, bro.
You feel it?
Regardless, I ain't see neither on his half.
All celebrities. You heard Dustin. He said, let's go. Let's
I ain't
get it.
gonna lie. Any celebrity, you feel me? That shit ain't nothing to me, bro. Feel
Any
me?
court.
Any court.
All right.
You feel me? We talking any rim.
All right. All right. I ain't
Hey, come
arguing.
on, bro.
I ain't arguing. What was the first time you heard my mixtapes?
It's a minute ago when I was a youngin'. Be honest, I can't really pinpoint, but I've been doing my mixtapes forever.
It was the big vibe.
Yeah, like this shit right here is like where I used to go really to check out who was who.
Right.
Feel me? Like,
and now you on here.
yeah, that shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times I sit back and I think like, feel me? Who'd have thought? You feel me? But it's a blessing though.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Drill music in New York. It's the big talk. New York politics all over it. You know. Do you have opinion on it? Any specific opinion?
Opinions based off feeling. So I don't have any opinion.
Okay.
But I know it's what. You feel me? Like, I just know at the end of the day, same way, you feel me? A person to tell you, well, drill is doing the worst for the community.
Right.
Feel me? I can say that about so many other things. So that's why I feel like they just trying to point the blame at us because it's easy. We easy targets. And why is because we make ourselves. Like, at the end of the day, we put ourselves in predicaments where a nigga could just say, oh, go listen to that song. He said he killed this guy, this guy, that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you got to do too much research on it. Like, that's why you could get so much people to back that initiative and that narrative.
Stigma.
Like, yeah, like that narrative of, well, okay, well, these boys is out here promoting killings when no, we just promoting the reality, the harsh reality. You feel me? That niggas is under right now. Like, I don't know what more people try to expect. And the mayor doing what he did is weird too. Like, again, something I ain't gonna really sit here and
Right.
politic about, but you get the bigger picture, bro. Like,
do.
we ain't out here. Come on, bro. You talking to me right now, a predominant drill rapper. You get me? Like, we ain't out here just bugging on niggas. And when
Got you. Copy.
yeah, you get it though.
Got you. Pandemic. You was locked up.
Facts. I was remanded. Feel me? So I wasn't necessarily, I wasn't incarcerated.
Right.
But I was in county basically. That's how, you feel me? That's how I'm gonna put it.
And
So
blessing or curse?
Blessing.
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 Explain it. Come on.
Blessing. 'Cause I was already on my second, you feel me? So that was like, damn. And it was back to back, you feel me, in a short period of time. So what I was looking at, I'm not gonna lie, the numbers they was giving me at first was crazy. So I didn't know my bail. I didn't know nothing what was going on with me at the time that I was in there. So when I got incarcerated, I went in there at 150 and I put on 20 pounds. So, and this was less than, you feel me, like what, less than a month. So I put on 20 pounds in close to 3 weeks.
That stress weight?
Nah, hell no, workout weight. Eating weight.
Oof.
Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm eating not only the 3 square meals, but then I'm consistently eating bread. You feel me? Like, we had a setup where we was toasting the bread, like having it in a loaf, toasted. So we was going crazy in there with that, like, and that's what really made me put on weight though.
You was ready to get back into football?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. At that time, a couple of niggas would have got it. I ain't gonna lie.
You made an Instagram and like maybe like what, a month later you just go like super viral?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, it was really the Facebook. It was a Facebook, one of my man's Facebook I went on, and he was just like, yo, going live. I went on live. Went live for like 2 hours, bro.
Right.
On the, like, I wanna say an hour and 30. Shit start jumping. Bitches, who is this nigga? Like, who the nigga with the dark skin nigga with the flag on in the deep voice? So that was my intro to social media, really, because I didn't have no social media prior. Like, you know, that's when niggas was.
But you really
in the
doing it.
streets.
If the bitches is happy with it, like I tell people, like you got to get the females.
That's what I'm saying. But I wasn't doing nothing. Like, be honest, I wasn't doing nothing more than just standing in the fucking live and talking. You feel me? So that's why I'm like.
That should have been the battery behind your back. Like, yeah, I got something.
Nah, it was. That part of that, partially, but I already came out with that mindset. Like, soon as, cause boom, 2 words. When I found out that I was getting released, you feel me? Like, they granted bail. I would say probably 3 days. No, I'm lying. Probably about a day and a half after that, I got out. 2 words. After I got out, I was telling everybody, like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to take over. And like, with what? I'm like, something. Feel me? Like,
that's manifesting shit right there.
and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I used to say it like, nigga, I'm gonna do it today.
Right.
You feel me? So it wasn't no question of if I was going to, it was just a matter of when. So when that live did come out, I was like, and I'm looking at how much people really, you know, like talking about me. I'm like, all right, I could use this to it could either be motivation, it could do plenty of things. But what it did for me was tell me, let's go.
You knew something was coming.
Yeah, facts. I had to. That was my intro to this whole shit on game.
Rolling and controlling. So let me tell you, my kids, my stepson and my son, like they found out I was interviewing. No, this is you going to New York, blah, blah. They gave me a bunch of names. And I am from New York, so I keep up with some of the drill. This and I knew Dusty Locane. Like, obviously, you know who Dusty Locane is. So he said, I gave him the list. He's like, oh, I'm listening to him right now. He starts blasting Rolling Controlling too. And we in the car. I got a 9-year-old daughter, and they sitting there. I was like, that it just showed me like their music speaks volumes. And he's 13 from Miami. He's not. This is my girl's son. Yeah, this is not. He doesn't know nothing about nothing.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so,
nah, the fact that you say that, it do prove that's crazy. You just said that music is way more than just sounds.
Right.
People forget, like, it's way more than just you hearing a sound. It's a vibration that can be felt. You feel me?
Right.
I'm talking about through your whole body. So when you really feeling that song, like how
13 years. Listen, how you say he was getting sturdy? He was all in the house, this jumping up. I said, bro, sit the fuck still. First of all, like
I'm crying. That's what I love, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. See how I was talking about
yeah,
females. I love doing it for them too, but the kids,
yeah.
That should give me a different like energy, bro. Like it just
they be really like, bro.
Cause it's like that's when I know it's you know why though? Kids is when I know like they really fucking with you.
Right.
Like bitches is half of them wanna fuck you.
Right.
The other half fake like your music.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like with kids,
they really
just
fuck
love
with your music. They
like
love
there's
the
nothing
energy,
else besides them just fucking with you. And that's why I say like I do not care. And then niggas is even worse. They just dick riders. So I don't care what nigga tell me, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Be honest, bro. I dead don't care when a nigga be like, yo, I fuck with your music.
Yeah, cool.
That shit dead. You feel me? I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That shit it don't do nothing for me.
Right.
But like the kids doing it, like, you know how much calls I have with my sister? Cause my sister got so much friends. My older sister that have kids. Bro, I feel like I be talking to a
Same
kid.
story, right? She coming
and I love it though. Like, get on the phone with them, happy birthday, or just anything like just anything to just make them feel good, because it's like, damn, these little kids really look up to me, bro.
And that's my next question. So, we did talk. There's a lot of negative stigma. I have not seen something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen something yet where we can possibly take this and do something for the youth. And I know it may sound a little corny and this and that, but a very big something where you could get that shit off your name, how people look at it. But attaching it to the youth.
Yeah, but it's two sides to it, because people look at it like we the direct like influence on why kids is coming up the way they coming up now.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like that's how they trying to portray it again. But it's like,
because I think there's something, and maybe this is just maybe too much responsibility for you at the moment, but I do believe that in order for somebody to change the narrative, is the person that they're blaming.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we change this narrative? Because they just want to point fingers in there. It's easy for us to say, well, no, fuck you. You don't like it, fuck you. But in actions, how can you do something?
How could you actually make it to where?
And you may not have the answer.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say that in front. Like, I don't got the direct answer. I understand, like, there's steps to take. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna happen overnight.
No.
So, anyway, you feel me? It's all about taking a step in the right direction. Like, prime example, it's the little shit, too, that amount to the big ones.
Right.
So, when you sit here and, like, if any kid I come in front or if any interview I come in front and I don't actually express the truth behind not only what I do in the music, but how to make sure that kids is not following exactly word for word or what's going on. Like, bro, this shit is expression, you feel me, of things that niggas have went through, things that people still going through in the hood. Like, that's an expression.
Or things that you may have family and friends that, you see,
Thank you.
I don't block my kids from reality. You know, there's some shit that, you know, I can't. But like I said, listening to your music, I'm not going to say, turn it off, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going to explain to them. And it goes back to parenting. Like, parents, you should teach your kids. Don't try to hide it from them because the internet is everywhere.
And that's another thing too. Like you just said that parenting.
Parenting, definitely.
Like it ain't no guidebook for, ain't no manual for that. But you gotta know what you stand on. What's your morals? What's your principles? You feel me? And then that's how cause a lot of people sit there and try to blame their kids for a lot of shit. Like, where did you go wrong?
Facts.
You know, not saying that, like, at the end of the day, ain't no parent gonna be the best. Like me right now is like, bro, that shit tough, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, bro,
definitely.
You don't understand.
Tough.
3 kids. I had 3 kids this year, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, as we speak, we talking about my first son born March 23rd. My daughter was born my birthday, June 11th. Oof. And then my son was just born like 2 weeks ago, August.
God bless.
Yeah, 2 words. My son was born August 19th.
My daughter's August 22nd. And listen, talking about it real quick, you giving me shivers because my daughter called me this morning on FaceTime. Kay was in the room. Bruh, she just dyed her tips blonde. She's 9 years old. And I'm like, you did this shit when I go to New York? I told her just like, you go.
How she even know to do that?
Her mom's did it.
Oh, her mom did it for her?
She didn't do it, but she knew I was going to New York. I said,
She's smart. I ain't gonna lie, she saw it. She said, I'm gonna wait for Pops to leave and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
If you had 2 features to pick, dead or alive, you have one dead, one or alive. Any feature, and forget a budget cap, whatever it is. Who would the alive be and who would the dead be?
Alive, ain't nobody I want no feature with. Yeah.
No?
Nah, personally, like, I really don't.
Any genre. It doesn't have to be hip hop.
Oh, all right.
Anything.
So, I like Burna Boy, OD. Like,
okay.
That nigga, he's thorough. I jack him.
Okay. And passed away?
Pop. You feel me? Like, that's a dope thing.
I gotta listen.
Like, feel me? I ain't never get a track with Cuz, so that would be a blessing.
If you could say anything to Pop alive right now, if you had the opportunity to talk to him alive, what would it be?
First thing I say to him is good looking, gang, because at the end of the day, you showed niggas that it was possible. Like, I didn't before you, a nigga with a baritone, you feel me, sort of, you know, vibe. Like, we ain't really know how to make our way through this shit. Like, so niggas was not only you was trying to match what these other niggas is doing with these high pitch sounds or these fucking auto tune, like, then he brought that more rawness to it. Like, yo, bro, just use your own voice.
Be you.
You see what I'm saying? Like, once you use your own voice, it's easier. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I first got into even the music, I was stuck on melodizing because I thought that auto tune was the way. So I didn't know what my real voice sounded like on the mic.
Right.
I had no understanding of it. But this is after he passed away. But even still, it was like, all right, Pop, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have even thought to myself, like, use your regular voice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you, cuz.
Thank you.
60s.
I wanna say this on fucking record. I'm 34 years old. I don't talk shit. His voice is really like this. For all that stupid shit that y'all be hearing, he's not capping. There's nothing. Because, you know, I be watching the blogs and shit, and people, I seen the interview where you was in the car with the dude and y'all yoked him up.
Oh, yeah. Nah, shout out Naughty.
That was funny. But no, his voice is really like this. He's not trying. There's no machine. Like, I want to put this shit on, like, record. Like, for real.
Facts.
Before we close out, message to the youth.
I feel like that should be easy, so thrown around, like message to the youth. You ever notice that?
No, I'm on facts though.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Like I told you, this is not no, you know, this is
I ain't gonna say no
facts.
clown.
No
shit
clowns, you know, Steve School.
Like, message to the youth. For real, bro. Like, this world is not anything you think it's gonna be when you growing up. I just want to tell you that because how I grew up was, I feel like it was a little bit of a fairy tale. And majority of the kids even around me, like, you seen everything going on around you, but you ain't realize how much it was gonna affect you until you got to that age where it's time to, you feel me, make decisions. And a lot of people though, also, they got situations where they might have been going through it from a young age and they still couldn't really understand why. Everything for a reason. Feel me? So don't be discouraged. You feel me? Don't be afraid to go and get whatever the fuck you want to go get. You feel me? Just always have that mindset where I'm going to do it regardless of who telling me I can't.
Talk that
That's
shit.
my message on hood.
Talk that shit. And that's real life message to the youth. Not stay in school.
I don't stay in school shit. None of that goofy clown shit.
Although you should go to school.
Yeah. But nah, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Use school as, again, like you said, use it as a platform to boost you.
Yes.
You feel me? That's not the end. That's just the beginning.
Listen, if you're gonna be a rapper, you're gonna be a businessman, you're gonna be whatever, you still want to be smart enough to know what the fuck you're doing. Because there's a lot of people that don't have no education. They're maybe good at their talent, getting fucked over on deals left and right.
Very badly. And that's what I say. You feel me? I want to thank also Bobby Fisher. That's my A&R. You feel me? When we met, A&R Empire. You feel me? When we met, it was just a situation where I could have got easily taken for a joke. You feel me? First deal I signed for $175K, split 3 ways. And I was blessed, thankful, with no music out. Right. You feel me? About 3 months passed on me, and they had to up my shit to an M. So God blessed me in a situation where I had real, genuine people around me. Like, I'm gonna tell people that right now. You gotta take your time to, really be a good judge of character. Like, and it's not easy, bro, because niggas put on a good show. I know a lot of niggas who could really last long in this acting shit, bro. If they needed to, they could be doing whatever they needed to be doing in
Tom
terms
Cruise,
of
right?
yeah,
Tom
like yo, bro,
Cruise
these and it's crazy to me, bro. Like, the more I start noticing it, is the less I want to be around people.
Right.
But also, you got to know just how to navigate through it. Feel me? But like I said, I'm thankful to Bobby Fisher. That's a nigga who I'm always shout out. That's like my brother, like my mother's son.
Hey, anything you working on right now? Anything that you working and want to promote?
I want to shout out my team overall.
Shout out.
I want to shout out K5. Feel me? That's Cajun Waters on Instagram. One of the realest, thorough niggas around me. You feel me? And he from LA, so it's like, it don't matter. It don't matter the city. It don't matter the state. Real niggas is everywhere. I want to shout out 3 Kizzy, my hardest working soldier. Feel me? Another up and coming artist. I want to shout out the whole Fever, man. I want to shout out my mother, my pops. I want to, shout out everybody, man, who doing their thing. Fuck that. Feel me? But we here, man. Double M's.
The fucking vibes is Lady Willie, Dusty Locane. We closing this bitch out.
Closing this.
Yo.
Woo. Appreciate you, my boy.